Welcome to the Master Passive Income Show. My name is Dustin Heiner, and I'm here to help you learn how to quit that JOB, that just over broke job, by investing in real estate so you never ever have to work a job again. Now, oh no, is it too late to start investing or should I wait? Well, this is the things we're going to be talking about today because I'm getting these questions all the time. And on top of that, my students are buying property after property, each one making $250 a month or more in passive income, and you can too. All right, let's start the show.
Welcome to the Master Passive Income Podcast, where we talk about investing in real estate with a special focus on making enough money so you can quit your job and live the dream life. And now, here is your host, Dustin Heiner.
Hey, what's up, guys? I am super blessed to have you here on the show with me. Now, I do got to say something, and I don't recall telling you this, but I'm super pumped that I get to share this with you. So last year, I put on the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference. It was the first one, and I got to tell you, it was such an amazing blessing to be a part of. We literally had 250, almost 275 people if you count the sponsors and everybody. But if you bring all these people together with a passion for helping each other to become successful investors, it was absolutely amazing at how much community we built. In fact, the tagline of RubeCon, or the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, is gathering to make investing better. It's not a sales pitch conference. It's not, one of those where it's like a hype and run to the back and we're going to have you give us all the money on your credit cards and your 8 credit cards and all that sort of stuff. No, it was genuine people, everything from land investing to apartment complex syndication, storage investing, mobile homes, all that sort of stuff. Like, we talked about all that sort of stuff. And this is what I'm super pumped to be able to share with you, is that I had so many people tell me they wanted me to do Rubicon again. I thought that maybe Rubicon might be a one-time thing, but so many, like literally I just literally have to say this, 100% of the people that I talked to, from speakers that were at the conference to sponsors to attendees, without even me asking the question. Usually I just say, hey, how's it going? And they'd say, man, it's going fantastic. We love the conference. You need to have the conference again. We're coming next year and we're bringing people. Like, I'm literally not exaggerating. Every single person said that. And that gave me the courage to say, you know what? People want this and it's sorely needed. Like, this is not going on in the real estate investing space. I wish there was something like this when I first started. And so I just last week, signed the contract with the hotel. And the reason why it takes literally like months to get this done is because it's a lot of money. I'll just tell you right now, I'm guaranteeing and paying out $200,000 just for the hotel. It's so crazy expensive. And so praise the Lord, we are able to do it again. I signed the contract for this next year. The conference is going to be here in Phoenix one more year. The next year, the 2024, we're going to be going to the East Coast. But this year, it's going to be in Phoenix one more time. And it's going to be on May 4th through the 6th. May 4th through the 6th. It's going to be the Phoenix Sheraton. It is an amazing building. It's huge. In fact, it's got a ballroom that's double the size of one that we're getting that we're not going to be able to use because it's just way too big. But eventually we can grow into that. I am so pumped that I'm actually thinking we probably are going to get 4, 5, maybe even 600 people here. And these are all people that want to help each other. This is what makes investing better, is when we are all encouraging each other. We're helping each other out. We're making sure that each one of us are encouraged and have the knowledge, and we pass along deals, like all this sort of great stuff. We're basically a community. We're a family of investors all working together. And I'm going to have more speakers. We're going to have more breakout sessions, more networking time. So if you went, you know how awesome it was. And more than likely, it's going to be even bigger and better. So much more community created. And on top of that, we even have a year-long community. Basically, I have a Slack group for everybody who is at RubeCon, and we're constantly talking on there, encouraging each other, passing on deals, asking questions, getting coaching, all that sort of stuff, because we want this to be a community. Now, I want you to go. I want you to go to the conference. Go to rubcon.com, REWBCON.com, and get your tickets. And I'm going to give you a promo code to get in there at 10% off the ticket. If you type in the promo code podcast just like it sounds, type in podcast. When you get your ticket, you will get 10% off of your ticket because I really want to see you change your life. Like this, honestly, was life changing for not just me, but everybody that was there. And I kid you not, people were saying, I'm going to bring my family members. I'm going to bring my kids. I'm going to bring my brother. I'm going to bring my business partner. I'm going to bring this person or that person. And I just talked to another person who said that they found somebody to come with them to the conference because in his network, he doesn't have anybody else that thinks like this. He doesn't have anybody else that's excited about real estate investing, that wants to invest in real estate and wants to learn. And he found somebody that's coming along with him, and they're both going to learn together. And he's made great friends at RubeCon as well. And I'm telling you this now because it's going to be in May of next year. You need to get your plans ready. It's going to be absolutely amazing. And in fact, this is what we're talking about today, that right now, you might be thinking and having these questions like, is it the right time? Is it the wrong time? Should I or should I not invest? What's going to happen with the market? Well, there are so many of those questions. And here's the thing that the reason why I'm bringing on this episode or what we're talking about today is no matter what, if you do this right, if the market goes up, down, or sideways, you are going to make money investing in real estate as long as you know how to do it right. Now, this isn't rocket science. Like I've been doing this, 15, 20 years or something like that, investing in real estate. That's how I pay the bills for my family. And it's not rocket science. In fact, you listening to this are probably much smarter than me. I'm not that smart. I was just blessed to be able to figure this out. And it's like I said, it's not that hard. If you just think of me as like your neighbor, your next door neighbor, or somebody at your church that just said, hey, this is what I do. In fact, I'm actually helping a lot of people at my church invest in real estate because they realize that investing in real estate is by far the best way to get wealth and stay wealthy and create generational wealth. And that's what I'm looking at today is why we should start investing now and all the reasons why, even though there's inflation, even though interest rates are going up, a quick side note on interest rates, as interest rates go up, then prices of homes must come down. And this is the reason why it must come down. It comes down because people, every random, everyday person, they only have a certain amount of money to pay for either a rent payment or a mortgage payment. Let's say that average is $1,800. Like people only have $1,800. Like they can't just automatically, with inflation and interest rates going up, just automatically start making more money. No, they only have a certain amount of money that they can afford for mortgage and interest payments or a rent. And so what happens is when interest rates go up, the amount of money that they could spend every single month just stays the same. What must come down is the price of the homes. So if you're buying a home for $500,000 and you had 2.5%, well, maybe you might be able to swing that $2,000. I don't even know how much it would be, but let's say it's a $2,000 a month mortgage. Well, if interest rates go up to 5.5%, 6.5%, 7%, I said 17 because my parents were paying 17% back in the 80s. It was so crazy high. But what happens though, with that increased interest rate, your payments go up. The amount of payments go up, the amount of dollars into the payment goes up, and the price of the homes have to come down because you don't automatically just make more money to pay for that higher mortgage payment. No, they don't. So the people that would normally buy that $300,000 house, $400,000, or the higher priced homes, they can't afford those anymore. They cannot afford those. They are now looking at $250,000 homes because their interest payments are so much higher because the interest rate is so high. So prices must come down. Now, you might be thinking, well, Dustin, why don't I just wait? Why don't I just literally wait until the prices come down? Well, here's the thing. Back in 2017, I thought they were going to come down in 2017. And boy, was I wrong. That's absolutely for sure. And if I would have stopped buying property back in 2017 because I was thinking, hey, the prices are going to come down, then I wouldn't be where I am today. And on top of that, all of my students, I literally have dozens, actually probably hundreds of students that I've coached since then. And in doing that, they have bought their first property going on to the 5th, 10th, or however many properties they're going on. But if I would have stopped back in 2017 and told everybody, don't buy, just wait, my goodness. Now, what if it's like 5 years from now before the market changes? We have no idea when it's going to happen, but here's the best thing, like I just told you. When you invest in real estate, you can make money whether the market goes up, down, or sideways. And the caveat is, do not invest for appreciation at all. If you invest for appreciation, you're going to get burned. And back in 2007 and 2008, before the crash, when I first started investing, a lot of investors that I knew were investing for appreciation. They were like, man, this last year, the property I bought is up 20%. And I'm like, oh, good for you. I mean, that's great. I wish I was in that boat, but I'm not. I'm just making money in passive income. And what's great for me, bad for them, is my plan, the way that I invest in real estate actually made it so that I didn't get hurt because I invested for passive income. All those investors that invested for appreciation, they got destroyed. Like they went bankrupt. Just ask almost any investor who was investing back then, were investing either way. If they were investing back in 2007, 2008, were they investing for passive income? More than likely, they did not get hurt. In fact, I make more money in these bad times. That's just what happens. Now, the people that were investing for appreciation, they got destroyed. I kid you not, just about all of them go bankrupt. Even some big quote unquote gurus, they would tell you back in 2008, yeah, I lost my shirt and blah, blah, blah. In fact, there was one person that I interviewed to be on the Master Passive Income show, and I just didn't release it because he was a little, just didn't fit my personality. I'll just say it that way. And he got destroyed he got bankrupt. He literally went bankrupt. I was flying in flying hotels. I was flying on planes. I was living the high life, flying, Ferraris. And then the crash happened. And I lost everything and went bankrupt. It's like, man, that's a bummer. But I literally did not experience that at all. And you won't, as long as you're investing for passive income. And you might be thinking, oh my goodness, Dustin, won't rents come down if there's a lot of problem? Well, what happens is, and this, I mean, just generally what I've seen in my history experience is when there is market or economic turbulence or problems in the economy, people can't pay their mortgage, which is sad. And they're going to have a foreclosure on their property and the bank's going to take it back. But people have to live everywhere or anywhere. They literally need a place to live. And so what happens from a homeowner, they turn into a renter. So I literally did not see rents go down at all. And so if you follow the Master Passive Income business model, make sure we're making passive income, accounting for all the expenses, making $250 a month in passive income from every single property, more than likely you're going to do well because at $250, that's a buffer. That's a way that we, hey, if it comes down, let's say it comes down $100 in rent. Well, we're still making $150. It's better than, losing money. And there's so many good reasons why you should be investing now. And hey guys, get my real estate investing course absolutely for free. Text the word rental. RENTAL to 33777. Rental to 33777. And I'll literally give you my real estate investing course showing you how to find an area of the country to invest, how to build the business first, how to scale the business, buy the right properties, making $250 or more every single month in passive income. I'll literally just give it to you. You can get started investing right away. Text the word rental to 33777. Now, you absolutely should start investing right now and not wait. That's the question I'm getting all the time and say, Dustin, should I wait for a real estate crash because prices are ridiculously high right now, or should I start investing now? Well, my answer is absolutely, wholeheartedly, 100% yes. And the reason why is because of my own personal experience. I started investing in real estate back in 2006. That was before the crash of 2008 and 2009, where everything was literally cut in half. Now, the great thing is because I invested for passive income, where I make $250 a month in passive income from every single property that I buy. Because I did that, I was making money whether the property in value went down, went up, or went sideways and didn't do anything. I still made money in passive income and $250 a month in passive income. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do this and also why right now, even if there is going to be a crash sometime in the future, it's right now is the absolute best time. Now, as we are looking at whether or not we should invest in real estate or not, the first thing is you need to know what you're doing. If you don't know how to actually do the business right, how to build the business first, how to make sure you're buying the right properties, how you make sure you're not going to lose money. If you don't know how to do that where you don't lose money and you actually do it wrong, then you're actually going to be in a world of hurt and the crash is actually going to hurt you. I know many investors who were investing in 2007, 2008 were doing great and happy. They were fat and happy. Everything was going fantastic. Say, man, my houses are worth so much more than I bought it from. And they were so excited about it. But then the crash happened and their worth was literally destroyed. They've lost millions and millions of dollars. In fact, what you're going to find is a lot of people who actually talk about real estate, if they've ever invested through the crash, they're going to actually tell you, yeah, I lost my shirt in 2009. I know some big name YouTube people that actually said, yeah, in 2008, 2009, I went broke. I was literally crushed. I think Grant Cardone is probably one of them that actually said he literally got destroyed and he had to build everything back up. It's good that you build everything back up. I would personally rather not lose everything. I would personally rather make money in passive income every single month from every single property. But I'm going to give you the reasons why I believe right now is the absolute best time to invest. Now, first and foremost, the reason why I think it's the best time is that you never know when the crash is going to happen. You never know. I thought it was going to happen back in 2017. That's when I thought the crash was going to be 2018. And I thought there's something's going to happen where it's going to be a market correction. Prices are going to come down. We're going to be able to buy some good properties. It didn't happen. Obviously, we know, and prices are still going up. Now, here's an amazing thing. I heard back in 2008, before the crash, people were telling me, hey, you better buy now or you're never going to be able to buy anything because everything is going to be so expensive. I'm hearing that exact same thing right now. People who have no clue, who do not know investing, they don't even know real estate, and they say right now, you better buy or you're never going to be able to buy property because it's going to get to be so high. Well, I know from experience and from history that everything comes back down. Usually, every 7 to 8 years, there's a market correction. Not necessarily a crash, but a correction. That's where prices correct and come down a little bit, or even a lot. But do you know how long it's been since it's been the last crash, the last correction? That was in 2008. This is now 12, almost 13 years since that crash. And if every correction is 7 to 8 years, it's bound to happen. But here, again, I actually thought it was supposed to happen in 2017, 2018. So I've held off from buying properties. And so we never know when it's going to happen, but I guarantee it will happen. There will be a correction, maybe a crash, but it will happen. Now, the catch is, or the key thing is, if you invest for passive income, where you make money every single month, you have your rents minus your expenses, and that difference is your passive income. If you do that, you will be fine. If the price goes up, price goes down, or price goes sideways, you'll still be making money. Now, what you want to do is you want to start investing now, because what you're going to be finding is you're going to find good deals. Now, they're not all over the place. Like in 2010, you can find good deals everywhere. You can literally trip and find a great deal on an investment property. Now, it's much harder. It's much harder because prices are higher, people are buying, and people aren't renting as much because people are buying. Now, what's great is if there is a crash, or if and when there is a crash, people are always concerned, well, won't rental prices come down? Like, won't you get less in rent when there's a crash? I'm saying, absolutely not. In fact, what happens to the amount of people that want to rent? If they bought a house and they foreclose on the house, they become renters. That's law of supply and demand. There's much more demand for my rental property because there's more renters and there's less supply. In fact, I gobble up all that supply of properties. In fact, I grew my business in 2010 so fast, in 2011, because there were so many properties. I just kept buying them up and I'm buying them up. Now I have 30 plus properties. I literally don't have to work. It's fantastic. And I want to get you there. Now, the big thing is you want to start now because you never know when it's going to crash. But at the same time, you know that you can buy a property as long as it's a good deal, as long as you make sure your expenses and your income line up to where, remember, you add up all your expenses and then you take your income, which is your rents, you subtract those, and that difference is your passive income. If you buy a property where you're making $250 or more in passive income every single month, you're going to do very, very well if the market does crash and does correct. And so we don't know when the crash will happen. It will, but we know that there are deals. In fact, one of my students in 15 months, in actually 2020 to 2021, with the coronavirus and everything, he literally bought 6 duplexes. That's 12 units, and he's making a total of $4,000 a month in passive income from these 6 properties. Can you believe that? I actually did a whole interview. Check in the description for that interview where I interview him, where he talks about how he built and scaled his business. It's phenomenal. You can absolutely do this now. Now, the second reason why you need to start investing now is because you are not going to be able to just do it in 2 seconds, start buying properties and do it right. There is a huge learning curve to do it right. If you're going to invest properly, if you're not going to lose money, you're going to make passive income. If you're going to build the business first so that it runs on its own as an automatic business, you have a lot of work to do. Not just work to build the business, but even learning. I have my Real Estate Wealth Builders membership where I have students actually go through group coaching. They go through all my courses. They have the Student Success Program where they are learning how to invest in real estate, how to build the business, find the property managers, contractors, realtors, wholesalers, plumbers, contractors. They find everybody in the business. Not only that, they find another city in the entire country to invest. I started investing when I lived in California in 2006. I bought in Ohio, of all places. I just, was blessed to be able to find Ohio. Then branched out to Texas and Arizona. And my students invest all over the country. So you need to find good areas of the country to invest. You need to learn how to do that, number one. Number two, once you have that good area, you need to learn how to build the business so that it runs on its own, that you literally will not have to work. And I kid you not, I don't work, that 4-hour work week thing. Well, that's for the birds. I don't want to work 4 hours a week. I only work 30 minutes, not a week, a month. Get that. I only work 30 minutes a month. And it's all it is pulling up my property statements from my property managers, making sure everything looks good, and then put it aside and go back to playing with my kids or go skiing or whatever I want, because I don't do the work. My properties do the work. My managers manage the properties, and all the other people I hire, they take care of the business. Now, what's great though, if you remember, you have your expenses and your income. You calculate all of your expenses. Your property manager, that's an expense. And here's the great thing. I don't pay my taxes. I don't pay my insurance. I don't pay my property manager. I don't pay for maintenance. I don't pay any of that stuff. My tenants pay all of that. I don't pay a dime of that. They pay it, and I make money on top of it in passive income. And learning right now is the best thing, because what's going to happen is you're already going to have the business built. Let's say you're investing, let's say Birmingham, Alabama. I've never invested there. I've looked at a couple places. It looks like it might be a decent area to invest, but I don't have the business built. I don't have experts there doing the business for me. I don't have experts there telling me the smart moves. If I did, then I would know when the market does correct. I would be able to jump on properties, because a property manager would come to me and say, hey, this investor's losing his shirt. He wants to sell it for 50 cents on the dollar, basically half price of what he bought it for, because he just needs to get out of it. Do you want to buy it? I'm like, yes, please sign me up. And the reason why is because I've built the business. I've got the contacts. I know what areas of the city are good places to invest. I have people ready to manage it, to fix it up, all that sort of stuff. So when you're learning how to do this investing business right, you're also going to implement everything that, if you work with me, I will literally teach you. And as I teach you, if you follow every single step, it's a step-by-step plan. You follow every single step. By the end, you're actually going to have a business functioning, and you're buying properties and putting that as a piece of inventory into your business. See, now a lot of people think that if you buy one property, well, each property is a business. That's absolutely wrong. It's a wrong way to look at it. You want to build the business, and every property is a piece of inventory that you put into your business. So your business is bigger than just one property. I have many businesses all over the country, which means have many different properties. So many different cities, that's another business that I create. Another city is another business, but each business has inventory. Properties are my inventory. And so if you wait until there is a crash to start learning how to invest, well, a lot of the properties are going to be gobbled up by me and my students who are actually already ready and buying properties now. Remember, even if it does crash, we are still going to be making money in passive income. So we're not worried about that. All the homes that I bought in 2006, 2007, 2008, they went down. Now they're right back up to where they're and above where I bought them. So I never worry about appreciation. In fact, you don't want to invest for appreciation. You want to invest for passive income. So you want to start learning now, because when it's time to buy, when it's the best time to buy, where the prices are half off, that's the wrong time to learn. You need to learn now. Learn now so that when it's time, you're able to jump on these great properties and great deals. And the third thing that you need to do is you need to start building the business now. Let's say the market crashes 2 months from now. Well, every bit of work that you do now will get you ready to actually jump on properties in 2 months. And you want to be able to use your business to buy more properties. That's even finding funding or financing to buy more properties. Now, here's something that people won't really think about. Now, you can absolutely get seller financing or private money or hard money. This is outside conventional banks. You can actually use lots of other people's money and buy properties. But if you're starting out brand new with no properties, imagine going to your grandma and say, Grandma, I don't have any business. I've never done this before. I don't have any properties. Can you let me borrow $50,000 to buy a property? They're like, let me think about it. I'll get back to you. And then they never call you back until Thanksgiving when you see them. Or if you go to a hard money lender, you say, hey, there's this fantastic deal and I want to borrow some money from you. They'll say, well, what experience do you have? It looks like a good deal, but I need to make sure it's actually going to be a good deal for all of us. Same thing with any other type of seller financing or private money. If you have experience, if you have, like one of my students who has the 6 duplexes that are making him tons and tons of money, $4,000 a month in passive income. Imagine if you had $4,000 a month in passive income, you would literally be able to quit your job. That's $48,000 a year. You'd be really close to quitting your job with that much money. And the more experience that you have, the more avenues for financing. In fact, I have a whole entire video on the 14 different ways to finance and fund your rental properties. Check in the description. I have that entire video ready for you as well. But right now is the best time because as you build your business, as you get property after property, you get more experience. And I'll tell you what, if you want to get a commercial loan, you want to go to a bank and get a commercial loan, which is the next way to scale your business. If you don't have experience, if you don't have properties, the bank's not going to give you any money. In fact, the commercial loans that I got, they verified how much experience that I have, like how long I've actually owned my properties. Are they making me money? They want to make sure that they're lending to somebody who's experienced. Same thing with like a private lender. They want to make sure they're not going to lose their money. So that's why you want to get experience now. On top of that, you're going to be building the business. You're going to make it ready so that when there is a great deal, you can jump on it and immediately get it rented. Now, as you're building the business, what is great is you're having these people do it for you. All the people that you hire, like I said, your property managers, your contractors, your wholesalers, your inspectors, literally every single person that we get in our business, they're going to be doing the work for us. I tell you what, so I have my computer in the morning, every single morning. I get my coffee, I sit in front of my computer sipping my coffee, and I look through my emails of all the realtors and wholesalers that are sending me deals. They literally email me, hey, check out this deal. Here's the address, here's the price, here's how much we think it's going to cost to fix up. And then I look at it, and if I want to buy it, I do. If I don't, I just, delete it and move on. They do all the work for me. Same thing with my property manager. As I built the business first, I made sure I got a good property manager that's not going to steal from me, but that's going to be doing a good job with managing my properties so that I don't even have to talk to them. I love not talking to my property managers because I literally don't spend any time talking to them and I make money. I get my passive income check every single month from the property managers because they're doing the work. They collect the money, they make sure everything gets taken care of, all the repairs and all the difference. I make all that money. And the fourth reason why you need to start investing now is because you are going to know what a good deal is when it comes. If you go to any market, let's say you go to Kansas City and you start looking at rental properties, you don't really know, or investment properties, you have no idea what is a good deal or what's not. I'll give you an example. When I first started investing, you might take this as like wisdom to not do what I did. When I started investing in 2006, I had no idea what I was doing. But I did know in California, I can buy a duplex for $250,000, maybe $350,000. And I could also rent it out, but I wouldn't make any money. Now, I went to Ohio. I looked at Ohio and I was thinking, hey, man, there's a duplex for like $80,000. That's cheap. If I would have just said, okay, California, $250,000, $350,000. Ohio, it's probably the same market. This is really cheap, $80,000, and bought that one, I would have lost money. The reason why, the value of that duplex was literally only $40,000. But I would not have known that unless I'd taken the time to really know the market. On top of that, once you see a new deal come on, you don't know if it's a new deal unless you've been looking at the market over and over again. Let's say, like I said, Kansas City. You know every single property that's for sale because you look at it every day. You've already analyzed the numbers. You already know which properties are good, which you've already put offers on properties. And then let's say there's 50 in one day, then there's 52 the next day. You're like, shoot, great. 2 more properties came on the market. Let's analyze those. We could put in offers in to get those properties. So you're going to be ready and know what a good deal is and jump on it when it happens. If you don't have the business built, if you don't know how to invest, if you don't know how to make sure that you're making $250 a month in passive income, and you don't have people to run your business, you're not going to know what a good deal is and be able to jump on it. That's why now is the best time, because like I said, I thought the market was going to crash in 2017. If I would have told my students, hey, just wait until the market crashes, do not buy back in 2017. Do not buy anything until the market crashes. Well, I have hundreds of students now who are so happy because they bought property after property. Like I said, I have one student that in 15 months bought 6 duplexes. I have another student that bought 2 properties at the exact same time on her first deal. I have another student who actually bought 6 properties in 7 months. It's absolutely possible. And that is it for today. Go ahead and get my free real estate investing course. Text the word rental to 33777. RENTAL to 33777. You can also join my Real Estate Wealth Builders group coaching. Get all my courses. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next show. See ya.